Hello everyone and welcome back to more BTS Americas action. We're in the second season of BTS Americas where we have another $10,000 up for grabs between these 16 teams. We are still in the round of 16 now. We're actually getting ready to close it out. This is the final series of the round of 16. It's the High Council of Wizards and Priests as they take on Tyken and the Four Virgins. I'm KotLGuy for Beyond the Summit. I'm joined once again from Fluff of Team Fire. Fluff, the Four Virgins may not be virgins anymore because they just got F'd.
Okay, alright.
I admit, I saw that in the chat. I thought it was actually hilarious, so I brought that one
Did you
over.
really?
Yeah, I thought that was very appropriate because it was pretty dominant from High Council in Game 1. So we were saying briefly at the end of Game 1 that we have to see if maybe they can pull out something cheeky here to make up for what looked like them getting outclassed, to be frank.
5 seconds
Well, Bounty's a good way to start it off because Bounty has a ton of snowball potential. I think people definitely know how to play it, and it has the comeback potential as well. So that would be nice.
He just kind of creates, you know, him, Techies, Brood. I know there's got to be another one. They just create this. Yeah, they create funk in the game where you're just like, well, we're gonna have to play one of those kind of a games, or we got to play that Techies kind of a game, or a Bounty Hunter kind of a game, and it just shifts and echoes through everybody from the mid laner who has to be stuck in that lane where it's like, okay, is the Bounty Hunter coming or not, all the way to the supports where you have to change up even just your buying patterns at the start. Okay, we gotta get sentries, we gotta make sure the mid gets their sentry on hand, while keeping in touch the off laner so we can't get that easy access to the pull camp or what kind of vision he wants. It already just sets a start right away. The only thing that would be worse is if it somehow ended up being like a 5th pick Bounty Hunter or 5th pick, Brood, where you have less time to prepare. But at least this way with the 1st pick Bounty Hunter, High Council sees it, they recognize it, and they can kind of maybe conform their lineup to address this Bounty Hunter. What do you think would be some of the best ways to do so?
Team ban.
To deal with the Bounty Hunter?
Yeah.
Well, the classic PPD strats pick a lot of tanky, durable heroes. Typically the supports, like Spirit Breaker is quite good versus Bounty Hunter, just because you can always chase him down. If you charge, you'll pretty much see where he's at, and you just have to have a dust. So pretty much, it'll basically burst him down from full alone most of the time until he gets mech, and that's always great because the weakness of Bounty and the lanes is just when he can't trade hits with supports. He usually flourishes when he can get hits off and then just out harass you. He trades way harder with the Orb of Venom and the free Windwalk hit. That's usually the way it goes. But I think High Council got a pretty good trade for the Bounty, considering that I don't know why they banned Clockwork, but they have Lina Gyro. Gyro is definitely one of the most dominant heroes right now in the game, and Gyro's pretty good at killing Bounty early with a couple of setups. A Spirit Breaker, Gyro could definitely kill Bounty with a dust. But good thing for Tyken is they got a Storm, and if it's played by the same player, we already know he's pretty capable for us. He banned out the AM, so he'll be able to play around the Gyro, and that's pretty good for them, I think, because if it almost seemed like Boris wanted to do more that game, but he just couldn't because he was a windrunner.
Yeah, this is his chance now. Having the Storm Spirit and not having to worry about the AM is already a nice start. We'll see if High Council look to take care of this Storm in another way. I know they still have options for that Silencer, Skywrath, Disruptor kind of support play, where if you want to put more favor in the silence and shutting down the Storm Spirit. I know Fog plays a good Disruptor. And between him and Bleak, they both have a pretty deep support pool. So there's really nothing that's not. I mean, they could even pull out a Wisp here. Would that be too crazy to have them try out their own Wisp Gyro combo?
Probably not.
Against.
Personally, I don't think Wisp is that strong right now, but it's a very good combo with the Gyro. Like I feel like if I was playing Wisp or Storm and Bounty, that would kind of suck. Oh, there's a Spirit Breaker.
But that was actually he's the anti-Bounty Hunter though.
That should have been the ban instead of the Undying, because the Undying doesn't really threaten these heroes per se. The Spirit Breaker has a dual purpose of like being able to lock down the Storm Spirit and the Bounty in one pick. That was a really good pickup from them, and I would have liked to see that on the 4th ban here, Tyken.
10 seconds.
Unfortunately, though, they do let that one slip, fearing the Undying over the Spirit Breaker, but now they recognize it.
They might want some Rubik or something. You want to cancel the Spirit Breaker too.
Yeah.
Shaker's good too. Shaker, you you kind of have to know what's coming though. Because of the wind-up Rubik, you can easily disrupt the charge, but all in all, it's still good.
Yeah, I mean, and who's to say this could still be an offlane Earthshaker as well? I don't really know how Taiken do play their Earthshaker and what they're comfortable with or not. But they could still pull out a Rubik, let's say.
10 seconds
We'll have to
remaining.
see. I agree with you.
I don't really like offlane Earthshaker this game because, like, let's say that the bounty wants to mess with your lane, like Earthshaker doesn't offer too much in the way of helping. And Rubik is a really nice pick for High Council. That's you have multiple uses, obviously. The big one is the fissure, but if you manage to steal track, that's really big for your team. And even Storm's ulti can really, like, you can get a lot of mileage out of it, but the instant disable is the big thing for the Storm. So it's just all around really good pick for them, and it also could have been a good pick for Taiken. So it's
nice, it's also partially a deny pick, but Witch Doctor gonna be the pickup here for Taiken here. I mean, it gives him that extra bit of stun. Death Ward's nice to have because we already know Gyro is typically like a BKB candidate kind of a guy, but that won't be a problem for the Death Ward here. I guess they assume they have enough in frontliners to allow this Witch Doctor to kind of be in the back, getting off a big Death Ward here. There's not really the easiest way to get a hold of them, except for just like Spirit Breaker can sod him out and quickly charge on through. So,
yeah, I mean that's like in a perfect scenario though. Like the way that it usually plays out is that if there's anyone, if you have multiple stuns on a team, like just someone will catch it. Like someone's gonna be aware of the Witch Doctor, and they're just gonna wait for the moment he drops the cast, and then they'll anticipate the Death Ward. So I don't think it'll be that difficult to stop because they have like multiple disables, and then even Gyro can just burst through it.
Reserve time.
But for Taiken, I guess the Witch Doctor telegraphs that it is off lane shaker. So I think if the bounty rotates to the Shaker's lane, it's not gonna do a whole lot. It's probably gonna be focused around the Storm and maybe the safe lane. Probably how he has to play it, but that's still okay. It's still annoying. It's still good. And I guess Taiken pretty much needs to carry right now. They're really respecting the Slark from Mason. Oh, TA. So this is a for Lina then. And TA is gonna be pretty good here just because like she just has no natural counters. Like you can't break through refraction easily with these heroes. They're all like single target burst. Their spells come one at a time, so it'll be kind of easy for her. Obviously, has to deal with track, but usually that's not a big deal. TA is less about.
Do you think Lina's gonna be in the off lane as a core?
No, it's probably support.
Yeah, okay, support Lina. Yeah, I must have heard the poor part of the support.
Oh.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, then I was like, really? Spirit Breaker's still gonna be a 4? But yeah, you're right. You're right. So they have representation for the offlane there, and they got just the support Lina and Rubik. But that's great. I mean, telekinesis acts as almost the poor man Yules early on here. They wanted to set up, and
I was just gonna say Huskar, but I didn't want to interrupt.
Oh, I'm sorry, dude. Like, I sniped you of looking like an oracle. I hate when people do that to me. I'm sorry.
No, it's fine. It's fine. I just look like oh yeah, I saw the Huskar. But anyway, I was gonna say that like they don't really have good ways to deal with the Huskar. Like people think that EA is pretty good versus Husk, but like it's actually not exactly the best. Like it will later in the game, but the thing is that Huskar kind of tends to end the game before that TA has like MKB.
Yeah.
And Huskar deals with it with the mass evasion, and like they really don't have a lot to deal with Huskar at this point if he gets a good game. And so pretty much High Council, they might be considering like putting some pressure on Huskar's lane, because usually if Husk gets a free farm, like he gets armlet and he's just unkillable and he becomes a monster. But I definitely like this snap pick compared to last time. Like they picked up Bloodseeker into Storm that was not really gonna win the game off of the 5th pick, but this is definitely like the cancer they need.
I wonder if after the pick came out though from High Council, it looks like they might have swapped things up and they could be putting this Lina now a core position. Like it could have been set as support, but they see the Huskar and they're like, nah, this Lina needs to get a friggin' Ags at some point. So we need to get her some farm some way. So Demon has hopped onto the Lina here, and Fogged is going to be playing more of that roaming 4 position kind of a Spear Breaker as the response. But is that going to be enough for this Huskar? Just the Lina being farmed up.
It really depends a lot on how the bounty plays. Like if the bounty gets intimidated by that lane and doesn't make the right plays around it, like helping to zone out,
30 seconds
then the Huskar will like be very vulnerable in the lane. But if he tries to help out a little bit and puts Fogged and Demon on the back foot a little bit, it's gonna really be a big boost for them because the Husk just needs a couple of levels.
Hi, Demon.
Yeah, I'm not gonna say anything.
Hey, Demon, I know you're checking out the VOD right now.
Yeah, he definitely is.
Both teams will kind of eyeball each other a bit, but it looks like asserted dominance will come out for High Council to grab up that one. And the top will be snagged up from Mr. 470 Illuminati here on your Earthshaker. So you guys able to snag that under the nose of Mason, and we'll send him back and away. As expected, Justin has a sentry in pocket, just in case there is a... just in case. Anyways, he'll have a sentry on hand, he can put it down. And just in case the Bounty Hunter does come by and prove to be a bit of a problem, but for now, Bounty Hunter putting...
Oh my god, the timing! What the f...
Okay, Bleaks.
Got the sentry?
He just
Wait, they only have
back
one.
ban.
Oh my gosh.
Got it though. So lift, throw into the sentry. Fogg's there. Does Fogg have charge? No, he was already committed, but... Oh, I can't get him. Wait, did he charge? What did he charge?
Yeah, no, it was just like, he did charge. It was just like...
Oh.
You don't get the effect of that.
Oh, Huskar moves in.
Right
they get the kill on the Rubik. A quick return on Bounty Hunter, and
oh,
the creeps! Oh, they block in front of him. He has to walk back, and he goes down. It's a 2-for-1 trade, all in the bottom lane.
Didn't he? Okay, I guess the Bounty didn't notice that they had vision. It was just super unfortunate. But he put himself in such a vulnerable position. And the thing that concerns me the most about their Bounty play right now is that I don't think they know how to play it, because usually when you play Bounty you have 2 sentries on you. Oh, that's another kill. Well, anyway, you usually have 2 sentries on you, so you can like put a sentry down, eat the ward, and then like, you know, you're free to harass, right?
Yeah.
But he has a stout shield instead of that, so there's just no way that he can come back from bottom anymore.
Why a stout shield? You're not going to be getting hit, hopefully too much. You're a Bounty Hunter, for God's sakes. You're hoping to stay in Viz and just start leading out the pokes, which will force the enemy to turn tail and run away, not turn around and man fight you. So yeah, usually lead in Orb of Venom, and then you put together that with some sentries or something. So
yeah,
seems a bit peculiar.
It's just not gonna work out for him. His best option now, and I think he recognizes this, is to just mess with mid and top. Like you can't go bottom anymore. No sentries, there's no way. And this is a really big problem for the Huskar, because he's gonna be under so much pressure that they can always really kill him in this lane if he's out of position, because knowing that Bounty won't be there.
Well, for now the lane is very far pushed forward for Iga here to easily farm up, while both Demon and Fog will have to wait for it. As you said, Bounty Hunter will continue to lurk, but Justin already had that sentry in pocket here, so he had put it down. So it's 3 minutes of just kind of a free lane without having to worry too much about the Bounty Hunter here. And we'll start taking over as far as CS. 17-3. Storm, Boris, a little hesitant to kind of get in there. Now we'll move in with the Remnant. Tries to square up some CS for himself, but he is falling bits behind. Top lane, though. We get the back end of this Squirrel, and oh, they are able to bring down the Earthshaker. Mason will still go down, but he is there long enough to at least experience the extra boost of XP. Oh,
this is good for the Bounty. This is good for the Bounty. If he can get a hit. Oh, what? Oh, man. That was a good opportunity. And they're killing bottom.
Oh, they're diving all the way in. Fog very low here. Will get scouted out, it looks like, and be taken down. They're just really looking to build the pressure up onto this Huskar, so he can't get anything done. It's a dominant bouncer lane.
This seems a bit like inexperienced. Oh, top lane, they're getting gone on.
Jesus Christ, they break out. Fissure, now he's got to get the hell out of there. Bounty Hunter comes in, has a yet to strike, now goes for Bleak. Bleak has no mana, no lift, no nothing to work with, but that rocket barrage, oh! Ow, ow, ow! He's got to turn around and get the hell away. Does not like it.
Charge on the mid now.
Here it comes. They bump into the Storm. Still level 4 here. No way to get out. A double bump. 17%. Fog will grab that one.
I think it's a nice ward here, maybe? To block the stack. Okay, no, he's just gonna scout it out. Yeah, I was gonna say that the Huskar team should be aware of aggros, just because like you're not gonna get a free lane if a team knows that you're so high threat to them. So you have to anticipate like situations where you might dodge, put Huskar top, things like that, or like you want to have good supports, make sure that it's hard to go on you. But the fact that they have such a weak lane, they didn't buy sentries, and they're not protecting him, signals to me that they're not used to like being under pressure.
Well, this will be their probably toughest test of the BTS Americas run. And it's already showing here. They do have the nice little passing ward. They saw Fog charging to the bottom, so Huskar pulls back. But a Huskar who has to pull back and can't really farm and is not dominant is a sad-faced Huskar, after all. 685 gold on hand, still at level 4. You know, typically by this point, Huskars who are in a great position are starting to get to the back end of that armlet, that early armlet grab. He's going to need a bit more time to play catch up here. It looks like he's just trying to weigh out what his options possibly are, whether it's staying in the lane and making best, moving to the jungle, which he can't really do much jungle work right now, or if it calls for an ultimate rotation. Bounty Hunter's trying to creep in mid lane, but Justin's like, I got a sentry, I can see it. Look at the brief window of time. He steps in, they get the charge off. Fog's moving in now. He's going to bump him. No dust, though, as you said. No dust. Bounty's just like, I go to this lane, I get in trouble, I go in that lane, they know where I am.
Yeah.
Gotta be frustrating.
It seems to me, I'm just speculating, that they pick it because they know, like, you know, pros pick it and stuff. I think it's first pick material. But then, like, they're just a little inexperienced on the hero, because something as small as the sentry is really, that's a key play, that's a key part of the hero.
You know what that kind of reminds me of, and I love these guys a lot, you know it, is like Leviathan, especially like for their qualifier run. It felt like they were trying to play just what the meta called for, and we didn't get to see any of that Jenkins Pudge. You know, Shredder was playing with him at the time, and I knew him to play a lot of like Wraith King, and it felt like they just kind of want to do what was trendy. Now, hold on a second. This top lane, they charge in, call down, and the Illuminati is dead. They get Earthshaker down, quick and easy setup pick. They only needed a brief glimpse of vision for Fog to set it up with the charge, and he gets dropped. But, you know, Leviathan was a team like that where it's just like, we know that this is what's good, so we need to get it. And we should be capable of getting the job done with it, but maybe just a lack of inexperience and not feeling ballsy enough to just kind of maybe pick up some... Demon comes down bottom, drops a sentry. There's a bounty hunter, and there's a kill. Just Laguna's the second he sees him, and he's dead. That was rough. Very disheartening for your bounty hunter. But we'll have to see. This could be Tyken's last chance to make a big impression, though, for BTS Americas on this go-around. They battled their way through that open qualifier, and they get in round 1, put against the highest council of our wizards and priests here. And it's a gauntlet that I don't know if they'll be able to pass the test of. But it's valuable experience, I'm for sure. But look at this. Look at this trade here. Justin manning up on Boris, but here comes help, and Justin might just be a bit too far. But Fog shows up now, charges in. They're going to pop out the dust, so they have the vision on the Bounty Hunter, but they look to turn back. They are going to be finishing off Boris. Now they look for the Bounty Hunter, and they get that kill. A Fisher comes, but it's a little too late. A buyback for Boris here is going to trigger High Council to get the hell away, but he's diving. Jumps all the way in. It will commit half of his mana. He continues to bottle. He wants Justin. He wants redemption. Get the hell over here. What? Don't get that rune. He got the rune. But they're going to get the fissure. Echo comes out. Still not going to be enough. Justin lives on. Coconut flies through. Actually hits Demon. Bounces off Roche. Back to Demon again. And now they look to turn back. They've already got the Earthshaker. That's the dieback for Storm Spirit. That's the death of their Witch Doctor. Huskar's here, and he's like, I can't do this. I can't do this. They get the... Oh, he knows the meld is there. But he has no
He needs to just go farm Armlet.
Yeah.
ASAP. That, I mean, the thing is that if he gets an Armlet, there's still some hope, because, like, it just, if you're good at Huskar, you can turn fights easily with the toggling. Especially when the enemy can't really deal with you that well.
That's rough, though. Tyken still lose so much. That was a dieback Storm Spirit play to try to just get Justin there. And
yeah.
He does not go down. So now that's his first hammer done. And they have stacks waiting for him here, Fluff. Look at this girthy thing. That's a Desolator in the works there. Easy Roche. Not to mention all the Wild Mason's been closely farming this top lane. Okay. Tyken
Dyer's
+4.
top tower is under attack.
This is going to be a tough one. Probably even tougher than the last game. And we still yet to see the track even come up here for this bounty hunter. Maybe if they can get a big pick off track gold plus the net worth rubber band factor. Maybe.
Okay.
I'm reaching, I know, but
Yes.
charge actually on this bounty hunter as well, but okay, it will be canceled. Fog doesn't want to show himself through the lane, plus actually it looked like he got knocked with a fissure instead. Alright, probably back up for now. And, you know, a lot of value as you said, but the armlet is now done. Iga's got the armlet,
Nice.
Fluff. It's step 1.
Now you make shit happen. Or you try to get your evasion item and you make shit happen. He's still pretty vulnerable to TA at this point. But I mean, like, yeah, I mean, Huskar is still a good hero versus stuff, and he is delayed, but he's still Huskar.
Yeah.
Maybe it'll just
Radiant's
even out a
top
little
tower
bit.
is under attack.
Hopefully he can do something. Interesting build. He went for the Q at 7. I'm not sure if that's normal. But I'm not a Huskar player, so
So what do you know?
yeah, what do I know? I'm sure
I'm
people
messing
max
with
spears or the passive.
Yeah, no, I've heard that as well. I've heard people talk about not putting so much value into getting the early heal. I guess it just depends how confident you are and how much you're beating ass with it. Maybe he feels like the heal's just a bit more necessary in this particular game. Look at this, walking Invis Echo onto Mason plus a Death Ward. That's a kill. And I think Bounty got level 6 off that kill,
Yeah,
so that was
more
not a
than that.
track kill. He almost got
Radiant's
level 7.
middle tower
but-
is under attack.
Wasn't the
And
extra
Arc
bonus of the
Games.
track gold, but that is still a big grab nonetheless. He had been near top of the net worth, Mason. And now they're going to claim the tier 1 mid in exchange. They make their charge out onto Boris with the help of that ward that Fog placed
nice.
earlier. Ooh, nice jump out and away from the nether strike. So there'll be no follow-up. But they are already pinging where this ward could be. They're pinging out it's going to be the high ground, but it's not there.
Dyer's top
Actually, I think the
tower
ward
is
Fog had
under
placed
attack.
is already expired, so they're not going to find anything there at all.
Charge on the bottom lane.
Dyer's bottom tower is under
Fog's
attack.
moving in. Quick, Huskar, turn on him and man up! There's the nether strike. They're waiting. Culp's coming. Demon's got Laguna. There's the fissure. He's
this
going to
could
look
be
to
it.
use it. Dunk on in.
Huskar.
Immediate Yules. Huskar
go.
steps back. He's looking to man up, but there it is.
Alright.
Boom! Laguna dead. Huskar will not be able to man up to that. Fog eats the
Bought
coconut.
out.
Fog does go down here, and a buyback comes out. Huskar looking to engage. Looking to get a lot out of this one. Can he get the... Oh!
Canceled it. It lasts forever too. It was like 5 seconds.
Oh, he must have...
4 seconds.
Oh, that's not good. He's running that way. That he did not mean to cancel that. And now,
Radiant's bottom tower
High
is
Council
under
will
attack.
recognize that the Huskar's not here and see if they can get some free jabs in on this tier 1. Here comes the rest of them, though. Out and around the corner. Boris, not with a lot of mana, though. Looks like he's like, maybe there'll be a rune at the bottom of the river. There is. It's a bounty. But High Council know they're all tracked up. They'll just back away with what they got now. Not allow Tyken to get anything close to any sort of comeback here. Except for Demon. There's always the Demon factor. It's just like, I'm going to go out, guys. I'm going to go out and place a ward. No one will see me.
I'm done.
And then there's Demon.
Sorry, that's the phase shift.
Whoops, wrong button.
What? Why didn't you play it all out?
I don't know. I can't.
Sorry, that's the phase shift. He's got to use it soon. He will. Wow.
That was, instead of phase shift, though, he had to use the ward soon. And, well, he gets the ward down. They ping out already. And Demon will get dropped. It's free track gold right now for Tyken. And, well, Demon says, my life is worth that extra bit of vision.
I'm sure he knew that was a bad idea. 5 heroes in the bottom lane. Like, no way they're going anywhere else.
He's just trying to balance it out so the net worth isn't hugely in favor of High Council. So that way when Tyken, if they do manage to string together kills, they won't get as much out of it. There's another far reach there. But hey, look at this. Desolator done for Justin. So now the supports begin to cringe. Meld strike damage starts looking pretty damn ridiculous at this point when your Witch Doctor only has 720 life. Bounty Hunter 739. If they get spotted out, it could lead to quick destruction. And already smoked up and on the move here is the High Council of Wizards and Priests. The greatest Magus of them all, Rubik, leading out the front. Let's see if they can find any potential opportunities. But Bleak is a man on a mission. He also has wards, and it looks like he'll plant a new one down. That spot did them a bit of justice before, getting a pick off on the Storm, so they
attack.
find good value in it now. And the Roche is up. So with Justin's Desolator, they'll make quick work of this. And High Council will soon have an Aegis, Fluff.
Nice. Well, we need that Storm play where he just jumps in and kills the Aegis right now.
Yeah, right now.
Is under attack.
Too bad.
Sean has fallen to the Dire.
This is looking rough again.
It's looking rough again. I feel bad, man.
I feel like they kind of just like they picked Huskar because it was a good pick, but they didn't think about how to
Dire's top
make
tower
him
has
successful,
fallen.
which is a big problem.
Yeah. Well, he's out.
But
Radiant's
I
bottom
counseled it
tower
the right
is
move.
under
They
attack.
put all their they pretty much dedicated both supports to the lane. High pressure on the Huskar.
Radiant structures
When
are
that happens,
fortified.
it's another
Radiant's bottom
situation like
tower
last
is
game,
under
or
attack.
like
Dire's top tower
yeah, like last
is
game
under
where
attack.
they just win
Bottom
everything.
tower has fallen.
Oh, here comes Fog, charging across the map, looking to go in. Gets tagged in with a track, gets the bump on the Boris here.
Nice.
Looking for the follow. There's the Fissure Death Ward. Fog will go down.
Dire's top
All
tower
right.
is
High
under
Council
attack.
just kind of being generous here with a
Radiant's
couple of these little
bottom
picks.
tower is
But here
under
comes
Mason
Justin.
died.
Oh, Mason died. You're right. Mason died back in behind. Looks like Husker got a hold of him, but then Damon quickly responded with his Lina combo, the Yules, the Laguna. So they get
Shaker has
the
a
Huskar.
blink. This is good. 15-minute blink on Shaker.
Yeah, how the hell did he get that? Well,
Almost.
he hasn't gotten anything else.
Bounty's close to mech, kinda. I mean, he'll have it pretty soon. He has the chainmail and stash.
Oh, well, he's about to be dead.
He should probably buy the buffer
Oh.
right now. Oh, never mind.
Fissure save. All right, that network swing plus track gold. Doing some
All
good
right.
work. All right. We almost have a Dota game. Let's get a couple more of those underway. This game could get closer to even. But High Council, yeah, they're getting a bit reckless. Not gonna lie. Don't want to be handing over too much here. Still have an
The next
Aegis.
play is a big echo. It's coming.
Oh yeah, I would love it. I would
Like,
not.
they're gonna
mind.
focus Huskar and commit everything, group up, and they're gonna get a big echo on top.
I want to see the biggest dunk ever. I just want total destruction here.
Jimmy dunk?
So,
The Jimmy dunk is
yeah,
coming.
I want to scream out that the four virgins have done it. Uh-oh, they're going to get
Oh my
Demon.
gosh.
They lead in, Fissure, LSA, but the pullback's there, and another Death Ward, and another kill on
In
Demon.
the fire.
And Earthshaker
was-
grabs it.
That was like the greediest Shaker play I've ever seen. He sees Demon, then he goes for the enchant totem first, thinking Demon will just walk in there when he sees him. And then like, he wanted to get max value of the enchant, all he needs to do is just echo. When you're behind, you can't
Dire's bottom tower
play
is
like
under
that
attack.
confident. You have to just go for what you
Dire's
can
structures
get.
are fortified.
He's like, I want to
Radiant's
preserve
top
the
tower
Echo
is
for that
under attack.
glorious moment.
I guess he was like, oh, it's Demon. You know, he's gonna. No one's backing his Demon. He's just throwing.
History will just
confident.
repeat itself. And it
Yeah.
did.
Radiant's top tower has fallen.
But they are able to get the tier 1 top lane in
Dire's
exchange.
bottom tower
It will
is
cost
under
them the tier
attack.
2 here on the bottom, though. Tyken are about to take this one.
Radiant's middle
This
tower
is the mech
under attack.
for Bounty here.
It's the mech for Bounty, and it's the Helm of the Dominator as well for your
Dire's
Huskar.
bottom tower has fallen.
Considering how bad his start was, this is a miracle.
It's definitely not looking
Radiant's middle tower is
Too
under
Huskar has
shabby.
armlet helmet on. I mean, he's a little slowed down, but you'd expect your Husk to have these kind of items around 17, 18.
Mhm.
Maybe a little more, but obviously pressure. It's not abysmal.
Ooh, I like this play though. Fog is gonna go for the medallion for this Huskar, not like any sort of crazy Shadow Blade, Glimmer, Capey kind of Spear Breaker build-up. He's gonna have that medallion to help out with Huskar. Which once you get into that Solar Crest,
Oh yeah,
yeah,
that's so annoying.
that's what I build when I go against Huskar. I try to grab the Dazzle and get my own little Solar Crest. Definitely is not happy about that. Demon, where's Demon? How close is he? He's working on the Ags now. So imagine when he finishes that.
Oh yeah.
This Huskar's
Yeah.
not going to be happy.
But what needs to happen is Demon needs to go die solo
Radiant's bottom tower
when he
is
has
under
eggs, and
attack.
then they take the fight after because they feel confident. Walk into an Aegis, 4 bounty tracks, and then Huskar goes ham.
And then the huge dunk onto 4 tracks, just
Radiant's
massive
bottom
gold
tower
shekels
has
thrown all
fallen.
over their bodies. It would just be
Dire's
glorious.
middle
But
tower is under
tier 2
attack.
goes down, and High Council considers some pressure towards the high
Dire's
ground here, but there is
structures are
split pressure
fortified.
coming from the side of Tyken. They're just going to try to wither down this tower, but it's a full life Huskar. He's hitting pretty slow. And it looks like they're just going to pull back. Bit of a fakie on the TP, it looked like. But they recognize how High Council's movement. They already have tracks out. Nice thing for Tyken is that they don't really have a way to get rid of these tracks, with the exception of Demon and his Yules. That's really it. So as long as you get the tracks out, they'll constantly have that kind of intel here. It looks like he'll refresh the one on Mason, maybe? No? Oh, maybe that was probably best that he didn't. Bleak was right there.
Well, he could have done it like seconds earlier.
Yeah.
I'm not sure what he's trying to do.
Oh, look at this. They're creeping all the way over here. Huskar's smoked up. They ping out. They see where Bleak is. They flank him here. They're thinking about it. Uh-oh. Okay, they get the track. The trap's there. Oh! Drive-by dust and a punch in the face. They're going to be able to lift back the bounty hunter. Oh, they didn't lift him back. Just straight up and down. Okay. Okay. Justin's like, I'm here now. DD. Insta-kill. Oh, this is scary. If Earthshaker gets hit, oof, it's going to do a lot of work here. Oh, even drums. They're looking to commit here. Blink is going to be up in 1. Goes up ahead, sees Huskar. Oh! Half his life! The other half! 3 hits, Huskar's dead! Double kill for Justin. That's when we're talking about that TA can be a problem for Huskar at some point. But DD certainly helps. That was just a decimation. 3 kills on the big bad Huskar. And he goes down. This means the tier 2 is going to get dropped. They kind of... Boris is right here behind playing with Fog. Fog will turn on to him.
Echo's here. Echo. Oh, never mind. Wouldn't have done anything anyway.
Stolen Fisher. He got the totem off, but it came out a bit too late, so Bleak will be able to still use it. Now he needs some help. Oh, he's trapped in. There's the charge. Could bump to the other side, and Justin just slices his head right off. Death ward from the high ground. Feels like a bit of a desperate attempt to just keep them back here, but that means their Echo is going to be out on the sidelines for 35 seconds. Here comes the High Council. And they're going to be going right for the tier 3. I don't know, dude. Forrest is dead. Eey. The wizards and the priests. The wands and everything just annihilate the team. The virgins begin to fall. Tyken +4 just don't seem to be able to hold a candle here to the Mason stack. We're really hoping for everything to line up here. It is just 1 set of racks. Maybe they still hold out for the dream. The big Echo. The big Wombo combo. The comeback with track gold.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
He's coming around the corner. 1 rack's already down though. And they're
really
gone.
Building the hype. I was feeling it.
I know. I just like, I hope this works out, and we're just going to fall off, unfortunately. And Tyken will just be like, well, our base is wrecked now. What do we do from here? We weren't even able to pop the Aegis or nothing.
You gotta buy some, like, Huskar needs some value items, like, I don't know, like tranquil boosts and things.
Here's our Echo. Armor. Here's our Echo. It's gonna be on Mason. He's getting nice and close to those creeps. Bring it! Yeah! I gave him 1 moment, so they got a big dunk right there, and Mason goes down. There we go. That's gonna make you feel good. Very nice. With track gold and everything.
That's a manly level 4 enchant totem too. He can still build damage and kill somebody instantly. I don't know.
Get a Shadow Blade, yeah, that'd be awesome.
He has treads right now. He has good attack speed. Build up the damage and 1-shot gyro. I think it's possible. Not 1-shot, but he can do a lot of damage.
I mean, he did get power treads, so I mean, why not? Hey. Just keep this party going. Imagine them bringing this back on the back of a crit shaker. I would love it.
It could happen.
It could happen. Though Justin,
we need some phenomenal throws.
I mean, we think about like, oh man, this Earthshaker, he could hit so hard, and then it's just like, then you look at Justin, and you're just like, he's a TA with a Deso, and now he's got an MKB. I mean, he was already,
oh man,
like 1-2-shotting people before. But Fluff, that's a Monkey King bar. That's gonna hurt.
I don't even know what Huskar builds anymore, like Blade Mail. Everyone build Blade Mail.
There it is again, the Blade Mail strat.
They're all burst.
If I ever cast a fire game and I notice you guys all just go into blade mail, I'm just like, this is it. This is Fluff's plan B. Everyone take off your shirts, throw on these blade mails. Hope to God this works.
I mean, the fact that it worked for me once means I'll always try.
Yeah. It's better than just turning over and taking it inside the base. Why not? I would love to see it.
The thing of legend.
Well, Titan will for now at least push these lanes out. They'll keep it back. Boris has got his Bloodstone. There's still 8 charges. He hasn't tarnished it since he's picked it up. It looks like Earthshaker is not going to go anything too DPS intensive. He's going to, you know, grab the Force Staff. This is Cookie Cutter here. The extra bit of mobility. Bounty Hunter's got mech. He's got Greaves now. Look at those shoes. He's got the Greaves. It's a little bit of something. That means he doesn't have to, you know, spoil too much of his mana. He'll keep the extra bit for track. All the meanwhile, though, there's a Roche up that's soon to be down. Just look at the high cancels. Easily handle it. So now it's going to be an Aegis for them, and the pressure will be coming. And we'll have to see if Tyken and the 4 Virgins have prepared enough for the High Council of Wizards and Priests.
Dire's top
And a
tower
blink on
is under
Demon.
attack. Dire's structures are fortified.
Well, see some action. Go push.
Uh-oh,
Good lane.
Huskar. Yeah, he's not going to get there.
All right.
Dire's top tower
Well,
is
he
under
will not be
attack.
there to defend unless he wants to buy back. And that means you might as well just have to go in with your final hurrah here, which may be the case, because here they come. Now pushing in. Oh, look at this, even a committed Dust to try to catch out Justin in his meld, but he'll still be able to run back and away here. Zoning Rocket. And already this tier 3 down to about half of its life here. They're happy to have Justin just kind of show off the Aegis up inside the base. And they get the quick lift here. Look like a committed blink in hopes of an echo, but it's a quick response and a quick death of the Earthshaker. Now Rakdos are exposed, and the High Council are going to be able to just take them down. It looks like Tyken Pull 4, the open qualifier group, have made their way into the actual bracket, but their adventure here might not go on too long. It could be a quick 0-2 shutout here for Mason's stack. But let's see if they got any fight left in them, Fluff. It's got to happen now. They're jumping in for Demon. There's the pull back, the lift, but he eats a Laguna, and Boris could go down, but he gets a long jump back to the fountain. He'll be fine, but the rest of his team have already been deceased. The Huskar's dead. The Bounty Hunter's dead. Earthshaker is about to come back. I don't think they're going to have much left in the tank.
Nice. The call was made to Throne. Saw the ping. They're not leaving.
Oh, there it is, lead and echo, but it just takes out the creeps only. They eat a little bit of damage, but it's not going to be enough. In fact, Bleak is like, this is how you echo, and just takes it right back on him. That means it's going to be another double kill for Justin. Another couple of Tyken taken down, 4 out all day. Boris, the lone survivor here, and now he'll get lifted and killed. And the game has been called. Fluff, it is all over. The High Council of Wizards and Priests have bested the Virgins today. They beat them out 2-0. God bless. Props to them, of course, to making their way all the way to here through that open qualifier. But they ran into a tough test here today. And a lot of very crafty veterans who have come together to form a very serious pub stack. So,
yeah.
Just a lot of props to them. But is there really much else that needs to be said about it? It's pretty apparent, obviously, that the High Council have players that are a bit more high caliber, and that if Tyken wanted to come, they might have needed to recognize that and pull out something a bit more funky fresh.
That is exactly what I was thinking.
Good enough. Well, Fluff, it was pretty easy today. We got to do 2 2-0s, so we can send you back and on your way back to Spin TD and all the custom games you'd love to play. Anything else you want to say before we let you go?
Shout out to my stream fiends.
Woo.
And I'm really happy that we're gonna go to New York. Hopefully everyone cheers for us there.
Oh, of course. Hold on. We have to celebrate because if you weren't here at the start of the stream, again, congratulations to Fluff. Him and his team Fire have qualified for ESL1 New York. They will be there live at LAN competing for that huge chunk of money. So we send you all of our best thoughts, Fluff, and best of luck with your team. I'm really hoping that they will succeed. I will see you there in New York, and I plan on having a good time. So thanks again, man, for joining me for the cast. And for everyone else, today it's been a pleasure, but we are all done. We will be back tomorrow. Actually, we will not. Tomorrow will be an off day. They had to do a bit of a schedule change, so there'll be no BTS Americas tomorrow. I'm sorry. So you can go check out some of that other Moonsuck production stuff. I'm kidding. I love those guys too. They have elimination mode happening now. Those guys are great. I'll probably be watching it as well. And we'll be back the day after for more BTS Americas action. In fact, I can tell you exactly what it will be. It is going to be Complexity versus Void Boys, and then it will be Team Imagine versus the High Council of Wizards and Priests. Should be a good time. I'm KotLGuy for Beyond the Summit. Again, that's Fluff. Show him some love over on his Twitter at FluffDota. You can check out the VODs over on the Beyond the Summit YouTube, and we'll see you next time for more BTS Americas. Please take care.